Welcome back to the Adelaide Oval. Grey skies at the moment. The weather forecast for today, cloudy. Possibility of a late shower, 21 degrees, so a little cooler than usual. Things should be warming up as the match continues. A little different for tomorrow, a little more sunshine, no real cloud, and then Sunday, Monday and Tuesday it's going to be hotting up like real Adelaide weather. Well, the pitch, it's always a good one here in Adelaide. What have we got in store today? Here's Greggy in Heels to tell us about it.
Right, well, here we are again. First day of a test match, the Adelaide test match, and the atmosphere as usual out here is fantastic. This, for many cricket lovers, is the most beautiful cricket ground in the world. Today, I've got Ian Healy with me out here in the centre. Do you agree with that?
I certainly agree with that. And hi, everyone. Les Burdett is on the right track here. This looks an absolute belter. You can see walking down the pitch, there's some drier areas. You can see a green area where my shadow is there. Either side of that, there's some barer patches. That suggests the Adelaide waves are still there, but they're not going to have any impact. They are so minute. This is a fantastic batting wicket from day one. If there is any criticism, I think there could be a bit more in it first up so that the toss becomes a bit of a 50-50 equation. But certainly today, it's batting.
Well, there we are. That's it from the centre.
Michael, you ready to roll?
Yep.
Yep, okay.
It's the call.
That's the tail.
He will bat, thanks, yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks a real good pitch, yeah. There's a few cracks in it early on, so it should be good to bat in the first couple of days and hopefully stay a bit low later on.
Bit of a surprise, Nathan Bracken out of the side?
Well, it's always hard to pick a side, a final 11. We went for a bit more pace this time, so Brad Williams gets his opportunity. I thought Nathan bowled well in the first test, but he's got to sit this one out.
What do you reckon brought that on in the first test?
I think just at the rain, a lot of time off. It was sort of 3 days off, and it's sort of hard to get back into it on occasion, so it's no real excuse. We've just got to live for this test match.
All right, good luck then.
Thanks.
Sorry, it looks like a good pitch, and you've gone for the 3 quickies.
Yes, we have. It looks like a good pitch. Unfortunately, I've lost the toss, so I think the 3 quickies will come into play.
Yeah, and some injuries, some rather bad injuries for you, Zahir and then Harbhajan.
Yeah, Zahir's out of this game with an hamstring injury. Harbhajan has got a ligament injury with his finger. He's getting treated on that. His recovery will be done, looked up every game, and we've got Murali Karthik in. So yeah, we're done with a bit of injuries.
Yeah, you gained quite a bit of momentum from Brisbane. Have these injuries sort of dampened the enthusiasm a bit?
No, not really. I think it always gives an opportunity for the young boys to come up and show how good they are. It's a good opportunity for Pathan and Nehra to shoulder the responsibility and pick wickets. You might find a new guy turning up for India.
And Pathan, what sort of speed is he? As fast as Zahir?
No, he's not as quick as Zahir, but he swings the ball around. He's not the worst.
All right, good luck today then.
Thanks.
Well, there we are. Steve Waugh has won the toss, and Australia will bat first here at the Adelaide Oval.
Well, there it is, the Adelaide Oval in all its splendour, one of the most beautiful cricket grounds in the world, and play now about to get underway in this 3-test series. It's the second test match, day 1.
Australian opening batsman, the Indian team. It's a warm welcome to our international viewers for the first time today. The second test match at the Adelaide Oval. The Indians are making their way out onto the field. Steve Waugh, the Australian captain, won the toss, and he elected to bat, which was no surprise. Dravid and Ganguly will...
The informed pair, Langer and Hayden, make their way to the centre of this great cricket ground. The Adelaide Oval, normally a batsman's ground, but one always felt as an opening batsman. The first morning was a time where the bowlers have got an opportunity to move the ball and swing it here in Adelaide. Looking across to the new stands, to the Victor Richardson gates, around to the cathedral.
And just hold their catches. They must, as Mark Taylor says, put the ball in the right areas that they've talked about time and time again overnight and in the week leading up to this match. 69th test match, 45 he's bumped that average up to. Langer to take strike.
Matthew Hayden, probably the informed batsman in the world over the last 3 years. Very, very consistent. His average now getting towards the greats at 57.95 going in first. That's a wonderful record. He's in the top 10 of all-time batsmen as far as averages are concerned. He's one of the best hitters of the ball we've ever seen in the top order. And for India, they're going to go with a right-arm paceman for the cathedral end. Duck in the second innings for Langer as the Gurkha makes his way in. Oh, driven straight to mid-off from this field. No run.
Was reported to be a swinger of the ball. Teammate of Zahir Khan, Baroda. He's now debuting, replacing him. Here we go.
Good start, asked the question. Pitches and straightens. Not sure there was two noises there, but it was a good start. Slashing square drive by Wanger. That's his favourite area at the Adelaide Oval. Short boundaries, 4 runs.
They've got 2 men there to protect for this. He splits them. Straight between it, I'll take 4. Looking to go probably closer to cover where there's a big gap left, but he gets more outside edge than he wanted. Kept it along the ground. Great shot.
There he goes, straight. Long boundary, it won't make any difference. He's such a beautiful time with the ball and so powerful. It wasn't a bad delivery, it just didn't swing enough. He's found the gap at cover. Oh, that's glorious stroke. 10 off the over. Well played, Matthew Hayden. It's no wicket for 16. Oh, over the top. 4 more. Well bowled. Got him! Got him, big noise. Yes, he's got him. That's a big wicket. On debut, he knocks over Matthew Hayden, and it's 1 for 22. Great start for this young man.
That's a better appeal by the Indians. It wasn't the drive. He banged it in a little shorter. Matthew Hayden on the front foot fully, but he's there too early. It decks away just enough to get the outside edge, and the Indians had no doubt. And if that's not a Wazzy Akram follow through, I'll go walk. Matthew Hayden's walking, gone for 12, 1 for 22.
Ricky Ponting makes his way to the centre at 1 for 22. Bit of crowd cover now as well. Pathan on debut has knocked over Matthew Hayden with a very good delivery.
Leave the ball alone. Aggressive frame of mind. He played some brilliant drives through the covers and then just couldn't get the bat out of the way of that one. Walking through the crease. Balance wasn't good, and yet the bat still went through. Leave it go, he says, but couldn't do anything about it. Patel takes the catch. Under 19 teammate of Pathan not so long ago.
Ponting off the mark with a beautiful off drive. Foot well forward. The outfield lightning fast. They should run 4 here. So Ponting off the mark with a beautiful drive. Not badly bowled though. It was looking to swing the ball into the right-hander. Oh, great shot. Not swinging the ball, but the right armour. Right in the slot. Goes all the way down to deep mid-off.
Well, that's well played. That's a beautiful shot off the back foot and played in front of square. Just a little bit short that time from Agaka, but a lovely shot from Ponting. And again, almost identical. Not quite as firmly struck, but it doesn't need to be. This is a fast outfield. The result is exactly the same. Consecutive boundaries to Ponting. 2 right off the middle of the bat. Oh, he's hit that well too. He's hit that through the covers for 4. These boundaries square of the wicket a little shorter than most. Well, certainly shorter than the straight boundaries, although they've been brought in a little bit. They're using the rope here, but boy, these shots are going to the boundary like a rocket. It's a lovely fast outfield this. If you hit it well and beat the field, it's 4. In the air, oh, he's dropped him. He's dropped him. Well, that's good bowling. We mentioned just a few balls back, that's the place to bowl. Ponting's gone after it, and Sehwag has put it down. It was a tough one. It went very fast to him, but he got both hands to it.
Yeah, it looked just too fast. It looked like it was going to go too high. He did pretty well to get a hand on it, Sehwag. But he did get 2 hands comfortable. It's one of those ones again. He goes straight up in the air, gets a second bite at the cherry, probably would have hung on to it. That's the spot to be bowling to Ricky Ponting, full and wide. Just beat him for pace and was a fraction too high. Couldn't get his hands behind it. He's trying to jump up and time it right, the jump. Another one goes missing for India.
That's gone for 4. That's a magnificent shot.
I like that. If you've got a left arm over the wicket, medium pacer.
He's been dropped, a difficult one, but he presented the full face of the bat there. He was on 17 when he was dropped, and he's the sort of man who can make you pay heavily.
Oh, that's beautifully placed from Ponting. It was just fractionally short, that was all. Not much wrong apart from that, but just beautiful placement.
You know, this offside improvement is really personified with that stroke. I know it's a back foot stroke, not a front foot stroke, but there's no rush about it. He's not trying to hit the ball too hard, and he's in a perfectly balanced position to, at the last minute, just there, he opens the blade and he's picked the gap. High class.
This time it's Langer's turn to use these short square boundaries and also to use the opening of the face just to ease it through point.
It's the problem Kumble has. He's very quick through the air, Anil Kumble, and if he's not straight, you can use the pace of the ball when you're driving it. Now, Langer's much happier driving square of the wicket, which is why he's hit that so well. In the last over against the medium pacer, we saw him trying to drive straighter, and he was just shutting the face on the ball. But when he can let the ball come to him and use the pace, he's terrific. Square of the wicket, both sides, leg and off.
And that pierces those 4 men I'm talking about. And that will push Ponting to 50. We've got 2 50s in the first test match. He backs it up with another one here this morning.
And there's a sense of permanence about him today that I wasn't sure was there in Brisbane. He acknowledges warm applause from people who much respect Ricky Ponting, captain-elect of Australia.
Oh, that may just have been in the air as it went past the man at gully. It's racing across the outfield, and Ponting will get another boundary. This time, though, it was not where he wanted it to go. It was more of a thick outside edge.
And this guy's not doing a good job for his captain at all. It's such an inconsistent line he bowls. It's very hard to set a field. Plenty of chances for the batsman to score, and therefore you never have any control.
No, make Langer 42. Oh, and it's dropped in the crowd as well. I've seen Justin Langer do this quite a few times to Anil Kumble. It's a premeditated stroke. He knows that Kumble's not a big turner, and premeditates and slog sweeps in front of square.
And it's all based on the length of the ball. It's a great shot. You can sweep anything if you pick the length quickly, and Langer's in now, and I'd say Kumble had a problem because he's being played much easier than Ganguly would have reckoned here. Oh, that's a wonderful stroke too. So much time to play it, he just seemed to ease into it. Now India have a problem.
And crack. This time it's much flatter. It's hit just as hard, and that's 50 for Langer. He's gone from 36 to 50 in 3 balls.
He began with a flurry and he gets to 50 with a flurry. He made 100 in Brisbane, he's made 50 here. He's stepping out of the Hayden shadow. Twice that Matthew Hayden has failed in the series out of 3 knocks. And Justin Langer has filled his boots instead. He shouldn't have a problem against him in the early stages of a game, and Langer is not having a problem against him. That's a beautiful stroke, hit straighter, and the timing is exquisite from Justin Langer. He's not a big fella, but he's on the way to a big innings, one can't help but think it.
It's 20 from the over, and Langer's just using the breeze nicely. He's hitting with the breeze, short square boundaries, nice westerly breeze behind this one. Get it up in the air, get enough bat on it, and watch it sail over the fence. Pretty well taken too in the deep. Still paying attention. It's pre-lunch, that's why. Well, that's up in the air. That could well be out. And it is out. And Kumblay's got him. Well, he probably asked for the other over. You're right, Mark. And that's why he's a great competitor, Anil Kumble. And he's got his man just before lunch.
It is one of the best bits of cricket you will ever see. Firstly from the captain, who kept his man on. Secondly from Kumble, who was up for it. And thirdly in the field setting, they didn't bow to the assault that Langer had put upon him the over before, and they forced the mistake. Langer got very confident, overconfident. He paid the price. India have got a huge wicket there. Boy, they deserve credit for that. It's a nice innings from Langer, but he's gone. Just on the stroke of lunch as well. 58 he made. It's 2 for 135.
Well, back at the Adelaide Oval, India have got a much-needed breakthrough right on lunch. Damien Martyn has just made his way out to the middle. Justin Langer, after racing to 58, taking to Kumble, is out. Martyn's come out, just one ball to face, and that could well be lunch. Yes, the two umpires look at each other, and David Shepherd says, let's have some lunch, he says. That's how he'd say it.
And 135 runs before lunch on day one. That is a lot of runs. Just 27 overs bowled, so the Indians have to pick up their over rate as well, but it's not easy when you run out of options and Australia are taking it down.
There we are, that one going straight to the fieldsman. Yes, it's interesting. He's only ever been dismissed on this ground once.
To a climax when the ball is delivered, and here in Australia they haven't got that. They've got to do it all themselves.
And two dives there, but both of them not quite making it. That's nicely struck again, straight down the ground for 4. You can see Kumble doesn't like it very much, very frustrated. He hates conceding boundaries. That shot he's played beautifully today. This will go for 4. He hardly seemed to hit that one, but clearly those arms of his are packed with a bit of a punch. Oh, there we go again. Take that. Go and fetch it. Someone's got to go. They're all stood there watching that one as it whistled away to the boundary. Well,
oh, brilliant shot. The finesse of Kofi Annan.
oh, there we go. First ball again. A very delicate little late cut, and this will go for 4 as well, will it? It'll take a bit of stopping. It's 4. That's 2 overs in a row now. Kumble has conceded a boundary first ball of the over.
This time it's forced off the back foot. A glorious stroke by Damien Martyn. We've seen Mark Wall make hundreds on this ground by playing beautifully square the wicket off the back foot. Damien Martyn. There he goes. Just beautiful timing and placement, making it look oh so easy at the Adelaide Oval. 5 off the over, 2 for 191. Oh, magnificent. A magnificent stroke. Just stood and delivered. Was just a fraction short of a good length. He seemed to be on the front foot and hammered it through cover. Out. Yes, he's got him. First ball was wide. He went for the little glide to Damien Martyn. Wasn't a great delivery, but it's a big breakthrough, and all of a sudden it's 3 for 200. Damien Martyn gone for 30.
Beautifully held at slip. One went down above shoulder height this morning. That's nicely taken, and it's just a lazy stroke from Damien Martyn. Relaxed against the new bowler. Nira has a wicket. India have hope, and we have Stephen Waugh in just a moment. It's 3 for 200.
Well, Damien Martyn would be disappointed in that because he was set, he was in control. But once again, Laxman taking the catch. He's caught well so far. And here comes Stephen Waugh for the last time in the first innings of a test match at the Adelaide Oval. pretty good spot to bowl. First ball as well. Not express, but nice and straight. Slashes, and he gets away with it. It was in the air for a metre or two, but it goes forward with a point in the gully. It was on the up. Oh, this time it goes in the air. It's backward. Well, there's a bit of luck there. First of all, he's gone forward a point. This time he forces off the back foot. Could have gone anywhere. It split the gap between point and gully. Run rate of 5.78. Ricky Ponting on 96. 2 slips, 2 gullies and squarish point. It's driven. That could be 4 more. It's very short boundaries here in Adelaide. That wasn't off the meat of the bat, but the boundaries are flowering, and it's great to see.
And it's such a good pitch, it allows these kind of strokes. Stephen Waugh's hit 2 boundaries in a row and his feet have been nowhere near the ball. The off drive off Gavaskar at the end of the over before, and now this little thrash through extra cover.
That's beautifully done. That's a beautiful shot to bring up your 19th Test match 100. He should raise his hands. That is a wonderful innings. 16 boundaries in it. He's 9th in Australia. He's 3rd at this ground. And he's 3rd against India.
I think they feel that hit the pad first, and certainly from the sound, they were right.
David Shepherd, finger was just twitching in his pocket too. The batsman might have got a bit nervous. Just throwing the counter in there, not out. I think it hit the pad first, was just outside the line. Definitely hit the pad first, but I think David Shepherd thought it was just outside the line.
Another good session. 100 runs in the session is always very good cricket. Only one wicket lost. Umpires had quite a long chat, and I think they might have been thinking, well, we're so close to tea, maybe the smart thing to do will be take tea now, get it out of the way, and they've probably been told that there's not much else around in the way of rain, so let's take tea now, get the tea out of the way, and we can make up the time straight after tea. So it's probably a wise decision.
The players have made their way back out onto the ground. The covers have gone, and play is not going to be too far away. 3 for 241. 51 overs have been bowled, and in the commentary position to kick off this final session of day 1 are Ian Chappell and with him Shane Warne.
Well, Ricky Ponting has certainly enjoyed batting at the Adelaide Oval. 110, his 19th Test century. And 10 in his last 2 years. It really has been a tremendous patch for him. Steve Waugh is on 24, started with a spate of boundaries, but Indian bowlers just near the end of that session started to get it right. No one out there. It'll be a nice easy boundary for Ponting. Number 18, second one through the onside.
I think Anil Kumble looks a bit frustrated. He was just starting to tie the Australian batsman down. He's got the shower and the wet ball.
26 Sunday. That's pleasant. Beats the cover fieldsman.
Steve Waugh is very aggressive when he first comes out. He's been through a bit of a slump now, just been feeling his way. They've been bowling quite well, but now once he gets a couple of shots away like that, a drive or a back foot shot through the offside, he's away. You start giving a bit of room and a bit of width, he'll really...
Oh, and he's gone right through Steve Waugh. That's a good piece of bowling coming from around the wicket.
Excellent delivery, fast, full and straight. Steve Waugh bowled Mera like he just got beaten by a little bit of pace. Been bowling a few short ones, this time right on target. Full at middle stump. And unfortunately for Steve Waugh, he's gone for 30. getting a good resounding from the crowd.
Simon Kadich is at the non-striker's end. 149 to Ricky Ponting. Last innings here at the Adelaide Oval in a test match, he got a 150. Ponting follows up with another 150 at the Adelaide Oval.
How easy was that single as well? They put the man back and gave him one. Worried about him hitting over the top. Didn't have to worry about his 150. My memory of last year's 150 was some exhilarating stroke play.
Long chase for fine leg, and he won't get there.
We saw the big wrist cock that he uses, even though his hands are apart. That comes in really handy for the leg glance.
Four more. See, that big movement that he makes might be an opportunity for Naira, who likes to come around the wicket.
To Simon Kadich. He's pulled away, good shot. He's hit that like a rocket out to mid-wicket. A big hit. Well, that's a very, very good shot.
Well, he's a poor starter, Naira. Today, his first over went for 10 as well. Here we go, second new ball. No intensity really out there. Needs someone to lift the team. It's first up, short. Simon Kadich just rock backs and says, thank you very much. Clubs it into the crowd. Really need him to fire up here, lead the way. India just starting to drag their tail. No intensity, just seem to be going through it here to see the stumps of play.
Extra bounce, a little bit of swing. Harder ball. That's thumped to cover, knocked down, misfield. That's 50 for Simon Kadich.
Century now for Simon Kadich.
His partnership now worth 108.
Well played, Simon Kadich.
Irfan Pathan back into the attack. 19 overs, 1 for 83 so far today. And welcome to the crease. It's 3 in the last 3 overs from Simon Kadich. Short arm jab, that's all it is. And that's through. So that's a one-handed back foot drive that's raced to the boundary.
Yes, the hand came off the bat as he played that shot, but it had absolutely no effect on the timing at all. Timing was absolutely spot on.
It's in the air. The man's coming around. Oh, brilliantly taken. That's a superb catch in the deep. Akash Chopra's the man down at fine leg. Well, first he had to pick it up in the sun. He made good ground. Has taken a superb catch to dismiss Simon Kadich for a well-made 75.
Well, the second man had just been put back there, so it was a plan, but they couldn't have completed the plan without this brilliant catch by Chopra. He's done well to get a hand off the ball after catching it and just soften the blow a little bit. That's a brilliant piece of outfielding. Australia 5 for 390.
Adam Gilchrist is the new man. Average of 59. I think with that sort of average that you may want a night watchman, but I think in this situation, Adam Gilchrist. Gilchrist away. Well, his last 5 innings against India have all ended in either noughts or ones. 0-0, 1-1-0. Adam Gilchrist. Today, he's on to 4, second ball. That's the way he plays, no matter what the situation. Yes, he's struggling, isn't he? Just a bit short. Gilchrist smashes it over wide bit on for 4.
Well, that's okay because it means Gilchrist stays on strike, but really, having brought Kumble back into the attack, Ganguly really should support him with more close-in fielders. Really does need another wicket tonight.
That will do it. And a big crowd cheer. 400 in a day's play. For the very last ball of the day's play. What a superb day of Test match cricket. 5 for 400 runs in a day's play. The Indians are going through their stretches. It certainly has been a very exciting day's cricket. Plenty of runs, a few wickets.
G'day everyone and welcome to the Adelaide Oval. What a run feast 20,000 plus people saw on day one. Is there more in store on day two? The umpires are making their way out to the middle of the Adelaide Oval. Richie, if I can put you in the position of your captain of India for the Indians on the second day here at the Adelaide Oval. Australian batsmen making their way out. Ricky Ponting, day two of this second Test match between Australia and India. It's Bill Laurie and with him Shane Warne.
Thank you, Simon O'Donnell, and good morning to all our viewers. What a day yesterday. Gilchrist on 9, Ponting on 176, 400 runs in the day's play, the highest score ever at the Adelaide Oval in a Test match, and a run rate of 4.44. Brilliant batting, good running between the wickets, and the man on screen looking at a big double 100 here. Conditions are perfect as a Gurkha comes in from the Cathedral end. Nice off drive, just a little push from Gilchrist, one of the best timers in world cricket and one of the best hitters as well. Very dangerous player at number 7 with a Test average of 60. There he goes again. It's a joy to watch Adam Gilchrist. For a moment he strikes the crease, he's aggressive, sensible stroke play. It's a perfect cover drive. The crowd loving it. There he goes, and he's gone straight down his throat. Good cricketer, Gurkha. Put the 2 out, dropped it in. Gilchrist went for it. Well caught, big wicket.
Well, that was the plan, obviously. At least they had one. Short one, hopefully hits it straight to one of those 2 men out in the deep. Excellent catch again by Seawag. Gilchrist middled it hard and flat. Good catch. Excellent catch. Got a pretty good pair of hands, so we've seen him taking a couple of good outfield catches. That's what India needed, an early wicket. Gilchrist, a good man to get. Australia 6 for 426.
Big wicket for India. The Gurkha picking up the dangerous Gilchrist was 29 off 24 deliveries, a strike rate of 120. While there was a plan there as Bickle comes to the crease. Very good catch from Seawag. It was a beauty. It was hit hard and flat. Bickle with a good average of 17.
He goes for it, and that will do it. Not the most convincing stroke to bring up his 200, but Ricky Ponting won't mind. Superb innings. Dropped on 17. Oh, it seems like a day and a half ago. A kiss for his wife, Rihanna. She has been a great influence on his career. He races to 201 not out. Well played.
Well, that terrific reception from this good crowd in at the Adelaide Oval says a lot about what Australia thinks of Ricky Ponting.
Catch him!
Oh, and they're saying thank you very much, Kumble, and of course hardly an appeal there. That was a very, very big edge, clearly, because no one really went up. The catch was taken, and that is the end of Bickle. That just looked as if it bounced a little bit more than Bickle expected, and he was out caught at forward short leg. Obviously a googly.
Yes, he didn't pick the previous wrong un, and a big, thick edge onto the pad, and a very comfortable catch for Chopra. The bowler didn't even bother with an appeal. He felt it was so obvious, but the batsman did wait and make the umpire put the finger up. It's 7 for 473.
Australia have lost another wicket, 7 down for 473. Jason Gillespie is the new batsman, and he arrived to a big cheer here. He's the local boy. Got a very important role to play in this test match with the ball. But for the time being, it's a question of being Ricky Ponting's partner. Oh, that's gone like a rocket into the fence. Well, I don't think there have been many hit harder than that. No one moved and it crashed into the fence. Off the 674th ball of the innings.
A little bit of change of run up there from Neil Kumble. Lunch will be called by umpire Shepherd. May well be looking forward to it himself.
Excellent position. Good afternoon to everyone. Score 123 runs in the first session this morning. India would have wanted to come out and take some early wickets and hopefully get in the shed and start batting. But Gilchrist this morning with 29, with 4 fours, and Andrew Bickle, some good support, and 19, and Jason Gillespie, 29 off 33 deliveries. All added some good support. We've seen some excellent cricket already this morning.
Oh, great running. And they'll get extras. That's all brought about by Ricky Ponting's quick thinking there. He's put the pressure on the fieldsman. And they're going to end up with 4 all run from nothing more than a little push on the offside. Oh, he's got him. Well, Kumble has finally got his man. Once again, it's that line that Shane Warne's been talking about. On or just outside Ponting's off stump, pushed at it, edged it to Dravid at first slip, but there ends. And with a fine Adelaide Oval innings, Ponting departs for a brilliant 242.
Super knock. Well deserved, Anil Kumble. Stay to be patient. That's a wonderful knock. 242. Really was a super knock from Ricky Ponting. 8 for 556.
Brad Williams is the new man. Extra bounce. Oh, he's got him too. That looked like a wrong one, that one. And I can tell you that Brad Williams certainly didn't pick it.
Excellent delivery. The one that got Ricky Ponting looked like a top spinner. Ricky Ponting just caught in between either dabbing it or actually cutting it. Brad Williams had a good cover drive for last ball, and this one was deceived by the wrong one. Absolute ripper. That's the one to bowl. Brad Williams just thought, oh, that's a wrong, and I'll whip that down somewhere over mid-on. Unfortunately missed it. Well deserved from Anil Kumble. He's toiled away very hard, long on a flat wicket. He's got Brad Williams for a duck. 9 for 556 Australia.
Australia are 9 for 556 at the Adelaide Oval. Stuart MacGill is last man in for Australia. 28 test matches for Stuart MacGill. Average of 8. It's not the worst. Kumble. That's got to be very close, yes. Umpire David Shepherd had no hesitation whatsoever in raising the fingers on that one. Kumble speared it in. It was quick. It was about 102 Ks. Stuart MacGill was late on it and adjudged LBW. So Kumble will be on a hat-trick in the second innings when he comes on to bowl. MacGill departs for a duck. Kumble has 5 for 154. And Australia are all out for 556. Deserved his wickets at the end there. Brad Williams fell for a duck, so did MacGill. And Jason Gillespie, his highest test score of 48. He will finish not out on 48. And Ricky Ponting was certainly the star, 242. Wonderful innings, that one. 29 fours in all. 353 deliveries. A brilliant double century. Australia dismissed all out for 556.
Australia bowled out for 556. It's the ultimate test for an opening batsman when you spend a day and a half in the field, a big target, but you won't get better conditions than this. Chopra, Sehwag with a big job to do here for India. They desperately need a good opening stand. They're going to be facing a fired-up Gillespie, Williams and Bickle with the new ball. But the sun's out, it's not too hot. Sehwag with a good average of 40.51. He's the dasher of the partnership. Chopra, a more defensive player. It's going to be Jason Gillespie. Brad Williams, brought back for a bit of extra fire, one feels. He's an aggressive fast bowler. Great shot. He's a very aggressive cricketer. Just a fraction fall and he's thumped that through cover.
Thanks, Tony. Well, that means with the field being shifted out, there's quite a few gaps there. Justin Langer only able to get a hand on that one to knock it down. Andrew Bickle took a bit of a pounding at the Gabba. It hasn't got much easier for him here at the Adelaide Oval.
That's first ball. And that's a beautiful cover drive through the offside. Very little footwork.
Catch, well taken. He's been very good off his own bowling throughout his career, Andrew Bickle, and that was a sharp chance.
Talked about his wholeheartedness. None for 21 from just under 3 overs. Keeps his eyes up and produces the skill to take care of Chopra, who was on fire. 27, he was starting to force the pace, and Bickles removed him. Brilliant stuff, not easy to follow through on a hard surface at good pace, get the head up and catch it. 1 for 66.
Back. Rahul Dravid coming in at number 3. He's been very successful for India. Terrific average of 54, almost up to 6,000 test runs. He will be at the non-striker's end. That's a good shot. Fieldsman not running too hard because they're not going to cut it off. It's another 4 to Sehwag, his 5th. Yeah, well, South Australia used to have indoor nets here, and I think the first year I was in the stateside I went. And it's gone straight to him. So the ploy has worked. Might be a good time to abort it now, seeing it's worked once.
No, keep it going, Chappelli. Brilliant bowling by Bickle. He got the play and miss. Same ball this. Just a little closer to the off stump. Sehwag's got no footwork in this instance. Stood at the crease, the bat flailing outside off stump, and Bickle flailing all over the Adelaide Oval. The man was placed specifically for that. Hayden, he's in the action again. Sehwag, 47, 2 for 81.
Sachin Tendulkar. Fans here at Adelaide Oval love entertaining cricket. They've had plenty of it so far in the 2 days, with Australia scoring 400 on the first day. Kumble then picking up 5 wickets on the second day. And now the stage is set with India at 2 for 81. Tendulkar coming to the crease. So India 2 for 81. They've lost Chopra 27, Sehwag 47. They'll both be back in the dressing room kicking themselves, knowing they've missed out on a pretty good pitch. Steve Waugh would be happy with that return, especially after India got away to such a good start. Bickle, the successful man for Australia, 2 for 28 for the Queenslander. Dravid is on 5, Sachin Tendulkar 0, and India 2 for 81.
Sachin Tendulkar received a wonderful ovation when he walked out onto the ground. I think that's a mark of respect from the Australian public, that they know how good this man is.
Oh, and a little stutter there. If this hits the stumps, it'll be... Oh, that could be quite close. Is he going to ask the question? No, says umpire Shepherd. Well, that would have put a little flutter through the hearts of all the Indians watching this telecast, I've got to tell you. Down the other end, stretching he was, direct hit, as so often happens with Australian side, and Tendulkar was home.
Well, Tendulkar just hesitated. He wasn't sure that his partner was coming or not. Langer was the thrower. It's a good call for umpire David Shepherd. He's home reasonably comfortably in the end. He's home by half a metre.
2 for 83, lovely atmosphere here in the Adelaide Oval. This is the 3rd session of the day. Oh, and he's got him.
caught behind. Yes, that's the end of that. Sachin Tendulkar once again is on his way. Well, he's having a tough time at the moment. The Aussies have got it all over him. He played down the line of that one. There may just have been a little bit of movement. It was a faint little tickle, and boy, Gilchrist doesn't drop those. Bickle is having a wonderful time.
Oh, a couple of nervous starts for Tendulkar. Unlucky in Brisbane with the LBW. No bad luck today. He survived a close run-out shout last over, but now Bickle's got him. Huge wicket for Australia. Bickle's got number 3. Tendulkar's gone for 1. It's 3 for 83.
Sourav Ganguly, who played so well in Brisbane, the Indian captain, striding out to the centre. An average of 42. That'll be a long, long way from his mind at the moment. He'll want to get a steady start here, and he'll want to reproduce what he did in that first innings up in Brisbane. So Ganguly, innings. He's got one more Test match. That's the Boxing Day Test match in Melbourne before the end of this calendar year for him. Oh, and I think that's got to be close. Yes, he's got to ask the question there. Oh, I tell you what, I think he thinks it's all over. There'll be a bit of hot fluttering going on out here. That's Ganguly down there. Oh boy. Right, well, let's have a look, see what this replay says. He's having a quick look straight up towards that light up there. He'll be hoping it's the green one. Let's see. It should have been out. He's not in the picture yet. It's all over. It's got to be all over. Oh, he's taking his time. Get there. He's got him. Yes. Off go the bails, and only just. But I'm afraid to say he's a couple of inches out. I thought he was never going to get there. That's the problem with having short, stubby arms.
Well, McGill's the fieldsman behind the stumps. He's got a long way to go. It was a nice piece of fielding from Brad Williams to start with, but the throw was a bit wide. McGill had to get back to the stumps, but he's got him. There's no doubt about that. And that's another big blow against the Indians. McGill had to go a fair way to his left and then get back to the stumps. But I think he's got him here, Tony. I think you're right. Yes, the bails are off there. He's a good third of a metre out there to mine. And that is another huge blow. 140 up at the Gabba. He's going to be run out here for 1.
Yes, watch for the red light. Ganguly's staring in that direction, I've got to tell you. And here he goes. And it's all over. I'm sure it's all over. It's all over. Oh boy, what a blow that is. Tendulkar out for 1. Now Ganguly run out. Williams was the one that got it in there. And he's gone for 2. This is a disaster for the Indians. So one would have to say that Dravid certainly played a part in that. Ganguly on his way, and that's a really big blow. 4 for 85. The new batsman is VVS Laxman. A very, very good player, but boy, are they under pressure now. Dravid down the non-striker's end, involved in that run out. Laxman an average of 45. And, well, the next man in is Patel. Didn't play too badly in Brisbane, but the bowlers are after that.
They've won 64% of the Test matches they've played in the last 9 years. They've won. That's just a one all-time record, that would be. That's a fantastic strike rate by Steve Waugh and his team.
That's a lovely shot. Well, he thought about the dive. That would have been a really dangerous one. He could have got himself into trouble there. I think that was a wise decision to bail out. Long chase for Gillespie. He's not going to bother.
Spot on.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's lovely timing. Once again, he just reached out and flicked the wrists. 4 for 162. That's a marvellous shot from VVS Laxman. Well, medicine's loss is cricket's gain. It could have been a doctor, VVS Laxman. When he was 18, he had to make the choice. Sweet timing once again. That's a good piece of wood he's got. That's 50 to VVS Laxman. 4 for 176 India. From that moment on, it's been up and up for VVS Laxman against Australia. He'll be quite happy to just watch them go by.
Yes.
So Dravid will retain the strike for the morning with that single. India moved to 4 for 180.
That's over in time.
And Dravid is on 43. VVS Laxman 55. Partnership of 95 from 184 balls. It's been very good batting, but the Indians would be disappointed that they're in this position after having got away to such a good start. Chopra and Sehwag have got to take quite a bit of the blame for the situation, because they were going so well. On a pitch like this, you really do have to make the most of it.
G'day everyone, blue skies here at the Adelaide Oval for day 3 of this second test match between Australia and India. The Australians, they're in a very strong position, and the Indians, well, they're going to have to pull something out of the hat if they're going to make this difficult for the Australians. And Richie, I think Steve Waugh at the start of this test match asked for the Australians to lift their intensity, and that's exactly what they've done.
They have, and they're going to have to do it today as well, because this partnership in train at present between Ganguly and between Dravid and VVS Laxman, that's the one that is going to pose them all the problems. Already they've done very well, that pair, yesterday evening, and they look very sure of themselves. Today it's an early breakthrough.
Crowd building up here at the Adelaide Oval on a perfect day. 20,000 plus crowds on both day 1 and day 2, and you would think on a Sunday we're going to go very close to that again. Warm welcome to our international viewers for the first time on day 3 of this test match, the second test match between Australia and India.
Right arm over. Roll. Wait on, please.
It's going to be Brad Williams. Wasn't over bowled yesterday.
Right, gentlemen.
10 overs, no wicket for 27.
Play.
Good start, but he doesn't find the gap. And good morning to Mark Taylor.
Good morning, Bill. And good morning to our viewers right around the world. It's day 3 of this second 3 test match. Maybe trying to do something similar in this match. So still a lot of cricket to be played.
Nicely played, but just a single. Brings up the 50, and that's well played, under pressure. His first test half century in Australia. Backs to the wall stuff from Dravid.
He will concentrate all day. Rahul Dravid, there's no doubt about that. He's a real fighter.
There's no one out there.
That's what we've been talking about this morning. When the bad ball comes along, whether it be the fast men or the spinner, that must put it to the fence. That puts pressure on the bowler.
Down. Not all that difficult, I'd have said, as slip catches go, and Ricky Ponting, who's such a great slip fielder, you'd be disappointed with that.
First ball back from a drinks break. He was late to move and then had no stability to get the middle of the hands near the ball. He will be disappointed with that. Brad Williams got the ball on the up, just outside off, got the outside edge. I'm home. No, I'm not.
That's nice stroke. Dravid has got right to the pitch of that. Over the last 2 balls of this over, I'd be saying to Stewart, just come back over the wicket.
Short ball. I love the amount of spin Stuart MacGill gets if he is short like that. And plenty of time to place it. He's had Gillespie diving to his left in previous overs. This time, Gillespie gives up the chase.
So the youngsters there just being a little shoddy with their handling of that section just below the screen. And that's another good shot. Oh, he plays those leg side flicks. I think that's the best way to describe it. He sort of flicks it very wristy. Got that one away square for 4. 4 down for 245. 80 overs have been bowled. Steve Waugh is wasting absolutely no time at all. Williams has been given the new ball. He's bowled a 7-over spell so far, so he's obviously going to get a couple, or 1 or 2, just see how he goes. And then Gillespie, who's been loosening up, will follow him, and I suspect that Bickle will be down the other end. So that's the pan. Here we go now with a brand new one. Still only 2 slips in position. I would have thought there should be 3. Oh, he's had a wild slash at that one outside off stump. That's very unlike Rahul Dravid. Right, so 1 ball to go now, and there'll be a nice and enjoyable lunch for these 2 batsmen, I would have thought. And allowed to go through to the keeper. So that's exactly what India wanted. They came out this morning very determined to make sure they put up a fight here. And I suppose it's predictable. Dravid and Laxman, who've done it before against the Australians, have now put together a partnership of 167, and they've taken India to a position where they are now 304 runs behind that big Australian total of 556. 32 overs in that session. Australia showing the way in that regard. So 4 down for 252.
Back here at the Adelaide Oval, we're moving into the second session of play on this 3rd day, Sunday. Australia against India, and India have carried all the honours of the first session. 2 batsmen who started are still there and playing pretty well. Rahul Dravid and VVS Laxman, they've withstood everything the Australians can throw at them.
VVS Laxman and Rahul Dravid, they enjoy batting together. Feel very comfortable out there in the middle together.
Well, now the partnership breaker, Andy Bickle. Four for 252, with that first ball being bowled after lunch. Ah, yes. That's a beauty. Glorious stroke, and it's 4 for 258. Here's Andy Bickle. Well, there's been some nice strokes played since lunch. A glorious cover drive, very good leg glance, and now Rahul Dravid picking Bickle off his pads. Only a gentle little push. That's over the top. That is something, I'm here to tell you. Chappell was right. It will mean something to him if he gets it. He's got it. And that is a great reaction. Shot. Very short time between the ball going off that blade and cracking into the boundary. That's a good shot. Well, he mightn't have wanted to try to pull Gillespie, who's a bit quicker, but he's had a dash at Bickle and he's gone to 99.
Not an easy thing to do for a batsman who is a natural player of the horizontal bat shots, VVS Laxman. It's not an easy thing to do it to some bowlers and not to others.
There it is. 2 centuries, 1 to Rahul Dravid and now to VVS Laxman. for 286. Terrific performance.
Second 100 in Australia for VVS Laxman, having got that one at the SCG on the last tour.
Well, there she goes again. He's just a bit time with the ball. It's running down the hill. That's 4 more. And this will be a bit of a culture shock to the Australians. We haven't seen this of late, a middle order big partnership in this country. Oh, how good is that? The fieldsman at point did not move. VVS Laxman is all class on both sides of the pitch. He's a beautiful stroke player.
But a big crowd has come in here to the Adelaide Oval again today. Over 20,000 yesterday. And again in today despite the heat, because it's a pretty warm day here, although there's a bit of a breeze out there at the moment. Oh, good shot. Uppishly played, but right into the middle of the gap, and that's run away for 4. Timing immaculate. Oh, what a good start. What a lovely shot. Now that's what you call confidence. I don't think the fieldsman going to get there. A good effort, mind you. That's Williams who goes sliding into the fence down there, a deep extra cover. Lovely shot though. Oh, he's hit that one down the wicket. I just wondered how long he was going to take to do it. Down the wicket, straight over his head. That's a lovely shot. And needless to say, it's gone to the boundary for 4. 6 off that over. It's 4 down for 344.
Oh. This time it's Dravid through the onside. I reckon that ball's nearly landed in exactly the same place. You had Dravid using his footwork to hit it through the offside. This time, sorry, it was Laxman who hit it through the offside. Dravid goes through the on.
Just over pitching a fraction, but still good use of the feet, and he kept his head nice and still. Controlled the shot pretty good. That's what's making it difficult, I suppose, for the spinners to bowl. Dravid bringing up his 150, a super knock. 150 against Australia here in Adelaide really is a great knock. Side was in trouble. 150 in this partnership now, 281. Really is a good knock. He's a quality player, hasn't done that well against Australia. Bring up his 150 now. Really well deserved. He's a fighter, Raul Dravid.
Oh, and what a lovely way to bring up the 300 partnership. Classic square drive.
Well, we've seen a lot of cover drives from VVS Laxman and Raul Dravid. I'll tell you what, this one looked effortless. Very minimal movement of the feet. Just threw the hands at it, did it really easily. Just had to pick the gap. That's a super shot. It's for a cover drive. There you go, easy as you like. Tell you what, I think you'd like to have your ball in your hand at the moment. Just does this very easy.
Interesting to see there. I think the ball, the Australians are trying to get the ball to swing reverse. Got him right before tee. Bickle's done it again. He has a habit on this ground of getting a vital wicket just when you think the Australians are almost out of the game.
What a breakthrough. That's the one they've been searching through all morning. Looked too full. VVS Laxman was too close to his body. Went to play at it, threw the bat at it, as you saw in the previous over. Went pretty quick to Adam Gilchrist. Good healthy edge, good catch. It's a good catch. That's the one they've been looking for all morning. The Australians will be hoping they all come pumped up Andrew Bickle, and rightly so. Worked hard for that. India lose their 5th wicket for 388.
Well, Rahul Dravid walks off with 158 next to his name. He's not out. Laxman departs in the last over before tea for 148. A brilliant partnership between those two of 303. Patel will be the new batsman. And India at tea on day 3, 5 for 388.
Plenty of cricket to come, and exciting cricket at that. the Indians are really throwing everything back at the Australians. I'm sure the Australians have come to the ground this morning thinking, okay, if we bowl this many overs, we can knock them over. Do we enforce the follow-on, don't we? Well, at one stage there, it looked like they wouldn't even have a first innings lead, let alone forcing India to follow on. They trail by 168, India. They've still got 5 wickets in hand. Laxman is back in the shed, but Rahul Dravid is still out there. An exciting final session here on day 3. Rahul Dravid's new partner has joined him.
Oh, to the carry, probably not. Ricky Ponting, the ball's chasing him. He's dropped one catch and got a half a catch just before the break. This one just short.
Again, Gillespie going across Patel. That's going to be their attack. He's going to have to be patient because it's difficult to score runs from that line. Guess he's just got to leave, maybe push singles and get Dravid up there, change left-hand and right-handed. Just bouncing short of lunging Ricky Ponting.
It's 4 runs. Good value for your shots at the Adelaide Oval. It's 5 for 393.
Oh, he's hit that well. There's no doubt that he plays the cut shot very well. He's been very patient, waiting for the odd cut shot. He's now got 3 away. That's 3 fours. Just like that. Yes, he loves it, doesn't he? He loves anything short. He's either going to get in that cut or he's going to pull it away to the leg side.
Catch!
Shouts of catch it, and he's got the left-hander, Patel. Patel very annoyed with himself. But a good piece of bowling by Kadich. He tossed that one up a little more.
Well, the changes worked. Simon Kadich into it. Into his 3rd delivery, just tossed up a nice leg break. We saw one early in the over turn a long way. This one, good loop. Threw it up there, hit right in the foot marks and turn. And Ricky Ponting will be happy, got a nice easy one. Had a couple of real toughies today. Pretty happy to get a nice easy one that time. Patel's gone for 31. India are 6 for 447.
Ajit Agarkar, who had such a nightmare with the bat on the last tour of Australia. Doesn't look like a batsman's defence. Well, the Seagulls have a real feast after tea.
That will be out. Yes, it is out. Well, we said that Simon Kadich looks the most dangerous. He's got his 2nd wicket for the session. And, I think she called it right. He likes to hit the ball over the top. Sometimes he's successful. Today, he's not.
Well, he's just so loose, isn't he? I mean, there's no definition to the stroke at all. It's just a kind of a wave, and it's a pity because it's a waste of a talent. Actually, that's a top spinner maybe from Kadich. Effective stuff from the left armour. It's one of the reasons he's picked in the side. That's why he's got the nod ahead one or two other middle order batsmen. 11 then to Agarkar, 7 for 469 the Indians.
India have just lost their 7th wicket here at the Adelaide Oval, courtesy of Simon Kadich. Anil Kumble is the new man. And talk about the determination of Rahul Dravid there on the right of your screen. Well, Anil Kumble is also a very determined cricketer. Andy Bickle's now got 1 ball left to maybe get a wicket. All of a sudden there's slips and there's gullies and men all around the bat. And Bickle repeat last year. Kumble keeps it out. That'll be stumps. India will be 7 for 477. Those stations leaving us for news will do so right now. We look forward to your company tomorrow.
The platform that he's built. Tremendous partnership of 303 between Rahul Dravid and Laxman, reminding everybody of their achievement in Kolkata just over 2.5 years ago when they turned the series on its head and went on to beat the Australians, the only side to do so, incidentally, for almost 5 years. The bowlers worked hard. A wicket for 2 wickets for Simon Kadich and 4 for Andy Bickle. None for Jason Gillespie, 34 overs, none for 87. And that doesn't really reflect on the hard work he put in on a very, very good batting pitch. A fascinating day's play here at the Adelaide Oval. And with 2 to go, it's hard to say where the match will head. What we can say for certain is that India have done a fantastic job to get back into it.
Morning around Australia, welcome to the Adelaide Oval. We're into day 4 of the second test match between Australia and India. Rahul Dravid is on 199. The players are out there in the centre ready, umpires are ready for the start of play. Australians are conversing about field placings. Rahul Dravid waits on 199. Played a lovely innings yesterday. He and VVS Laxman, quite brilliant. Now then, first ball of the day. Umpire Shepherd's ready, Stuart McGill is ready. Rahul Dravid is ready. And what a good start, a nice way to bring it up. First ball of the day, Rahul Dravid smashes past point and reaches his double century. Good morning, Ian Chappell.
Morning, Richie. Hello to all of our viewers. Terrific knock from Rahul Dravid. Steve Waugh had brought all the field in. 4th double 100 for Rahul Dravid. He certainly makes the most of it when he gets started, although he did have a period where he kept getting out in the 90s. He's eradicated that problem from his game.
Yes, Obadabadoo. Kumble's unhappy. Dravid is inscrutable, and McGill has a wicket.
You can bet that Kumble will be thinking to himself, why don't I get a few of those decisions? Let's hit him on the full. So Kumble is on the way. LBW for 12. India 8 for 510.
Nice, Joe.
Irfan Pathan has 1 ball to go.
Oh. Catch.
Got him. Oh, what a very, very good catch. Bought a lot of overs in his 43rd over. He threw out the hand and took a ripper. That hurt. Was well hit. Full pitch. Great catch.
Just didn't quite get it right, whether there's a little problem with the webbing or he's done something to a finger because he's hurting. Amazing how a wicket can ease the pain. Irfan Pathan, just a single to his name. India now 9 for 518.
Neighbour, the new batsman, comes out at 9 for 518.
Deserves the wicket, Jason Gillespie.
Oh, it's in the air, this one, and it's going to be caught. It's a no ball. He's caught it, but it's a no ball. No, it's not. It's out. Well, I don't know where that came from, but we had the no ball call, and it turned out not to be the case. It was in the air for a long time. It's nicely taken, actually.
Good catch. Jason Gillespie deserved to get a wicket. Dravid went for the hook. Super effort. Bickle had to do some hard yards to get there. Got himself in a position. Ended up catching it. A little roll over. And that ends Indians' innings, and Rahul Dravid 233. Excellent knock and getting some good appreciation from the Adelaide crowd.
Yes, you'll get a standing ovation here. This is the 3rd highest score by an Indian in a test match. And eventually out caught in the deep by the man who's, well, he's bowled as well as anyone in this side and better. Bickle, 4 for 118, takes the catch. And there it is, 233. He and Laxman played magnificently together. 148 to Laxman. And at the end of the day, 523. That's 33 runs behind the Australian total. Right, well, we've seen a wonderful performance here by the Indians. They've got pretty close to that 556 scored by Australia, and now it is up to them in the field now to see what they can do against the Australians. Now, Australia are going to have 69 overs today.
For Australia, they want to get off to a good start. The Gurkha to Langer. That's a good start, a little single, but they'll want to get off to a real flyer of a start and try and set them on the back foot straight away. As we've seen, first ball already with a new ball, a bit harder, a bit extra bounce.
Well, that's a great shot. Beautifully played by Justin Langer. Right over the top of that one, and he cut it away to the boundary at point for 4.
That one's very close. Yes, David Shepherd said that one's much better. Got the line right, Adjutant Gurkha on that occasion. Straightened it down the line of the stumps. And I tell you, looking from here, that looked absolutely plumb.
It's deja vu. Brisbane Test all over, the exact same dismissal. Head going to the right of screen, ball swinging back to the left of screen, the ball missing the bat, hitting in front of middle, hitting middle and leg. And Hawkeye says the top of leg. Justin Langer wasn't happy. He's gone for 10, 1 for 10.
Ricky Ponting has made his way out to the middle, and a bit like Rahul Dravid, he spent a lot of time out there. I heard Tony Gregg mention that Rahul Dravid's been on the field for all but about 50 minutes of the game. Well, Ricky Ponting has been out there a long time as well. Ponting survives that one, but not that one. They've got him, third time lucky. Survived the LB, survived a confident shout for a caught behind down the leg side. Now he's gone in the gully.
Very eventful 16 deliveries. Adjutant Gurkha short, probably not wide enough to allow a free-flowing cut shot. The cramp top edge goes to the gully. Gurkha gets another one. 2 for 5 he's got. Chopra the man. He takes a great catch. Australia after 7 overs, 2 for 18. 51 ahead.
2 for 18, Australia are in the second innings, and Damien Martyn is the non-striker's end. That wicket fell off the last ball of the last over. And now we've got Pathan to Hayden, last over before lunch. And India are buzzing out there at the moment. They've got Damien Martyn out in the middle, courtesy of a good catch.
Balance that you have to find.
Oh, that's slack fielding. Martyn will get 2. He should have only got 1. He gets himself off the mark. And that will be lunch. The captain, not all that happened. Australia are 2 for 21. Lead by 51 at lunch on day 4.
Second session, day 4. It's a hot one at the Adelaide Oval. But we've got a very interesting situation in the game. Quite a remarkable turnaround for India. Australia 2 for 21. 54 ahead with 8 in hand.
Mainly in favour of the batsman. 2 big scores in the first innings. And now Gurkha has 2 for 5.
First run for Australia after lunch. 2 for 22. Justin Langer was the first man out with the score on 10.
Might have picked one up and, ooh, hang on a sec, that's not exactly the same as the one I've been using.
In the air, as he got forward and caught it. Sehwag again, he reckons he's caught it, and Hayden is not hanging around. That is a big wicket for India.
The old change the bat wicket. And it's bounced out of the rough by the look of it. Looked as though it was escaping from Sehwag's grasp, but he got it before it hit the ground.
Oh, he's cut that one beautifully. Boy, he plays that cut shot well. That would have to be his favourite shot. Definitely don't bowl to Steve Waugh short outside off stump. That's what happens. 3 for 51.
Increasingly capitalist bunch, and India's changing, and these guys know about travelling. Oh, hello. He has given that the most tremendous hammer.
Oh, and again, hammering it away on the offside. This one, oh no, I think he'll go for 4 as well. Yep, into the boundary she goes. Tendulkar does his best to drag it back. Steve Waugh is getting stuck in here.
Sachin Tendulkar is the new man. It's an interesting move. Didn't see much of Tendulkar in the first innings. He didn't bowl at all on day one when Australia were making. Oh, what a wonderful catch. That's a superb catch. Rahul Dravid. Well, he's made 233 with the bat, and I think that's probably the best catch he's just about ever taken. That is a ripper.
Well, we've all seen plenty of good catches at first slip over the years, but this one is an absolute beauty. Look at that. Don't worry about concentrating for 233 with the bat. That is an absolute screamer. Martyn gone for a slash. It's gone quick and wide. He stuck out the right Duke and it stuck. That is an absolute screamer.
Well, the change bowler's done it again. Threw the wide one. Martyn threw everything at it, and Dravid threw himself at it to take a superb catch. Martin's gone for 38, 4 for 109. Australia have lost their 4th wicket. Damien Martyn, the man out. Simon Kadich is batting at number 6 for Australia. Made 75, his highest test score in the first innings of this match. That's out as well. Dravid's got another one.
That's 2.
And Tendulkar has now got Waugh and Martyn. And that is a huge breakthrough for the Indians.
Well, the little master strikes the ball this time. That's his second one. First ball of his 4th over. That was the first one, Damien Martyn. And the big wicket of Steve Waugh.
Tendulkar's got his 2nd wicket. Australia in some trouble. And the Australian captain, Steve Waugh, leaves the Adelaide Oval for the last time with a bat in his hand, that is. And gets a rousing reception, as he should, from the Adelaide crowd. Tea will be taken at the end of this over, and just a reminder, there'll be a special edition of National 9 News in the tea break.
We're on day 4 of what is developing into a very exciting test match. You would think 2 leg spinners will bowl after tea. Anil Kumble, Sachin Tendulkar. He has 2 wickets already in this innings, Tendulkar, bowling to 2 left-handers. There'll be plenty of excitement, I'm sure, in the commentary position. Simon Kadich and Adam Gilchrist, the 2 left-handers out there for Australia, and in our commentary position will be Tony Greig, and with him Ian Healy.
Thank you, Simon. Yes, well, this is going to be very interesting to see how Gilchrist plays here. He and Kadich, as Simon and Richie have pointed out, both left-handers, and there's a bit of rough out there. Tendulkar has already hit it on a few occasions, and he's got 5 balls to go in this uncompleted over. Just a little glance down to that deep mid-wicket boundary. Tendulkar again. Well, there we go. He smashed that one away down towards deep mid-wicket, and he's got a boundary there. You cannot bowl short to him. There's no doubt that he'll target that area, sometimes on the ground and sometimes in the air. Oh, he's had a go at that one. That's a great shot. Oh, yes, all the way. Way over the wide, long-on boundary. He is one of the sweetest hitters in the game of cricket worldwide.
Just couldn't stay low enough. And this is one batsman that can hurt. They got Ponting immediately after they thought they'd had him once and had a decision turned down, but can they get Gilchrist?
Oh, lovely shot. That's a beautiful shot. There's a man out there and he can't get there. My word, that's well hit. Beautiful use of the feet to start with. And a beautiful punch down the ground.
Oh, got him! Got him! Kumble over the wicket does the trick. Now then, of all the wickets in all the world, Adam Gilchrist is the one they wanted. Pardeep Patel is pleased, Saurav Ganguly is pleased, but Anil Kumble is more pleased than all of them.
Lovely piece of bowling. Went over the wicket, changed the angle and bowled him a lovely wrong. And Gilchrist, as he always does, looking to score. Bowled around his legs by Kumble. Patel breathed slightly easier. Gilchrist gone for 43. 6 for 183. Handy cricketer too, Andy Bickle.
Not too difficult.
Oh, there she goes. Over goes the castle. It's all happening here. That's a big wicket. Gurkha gets his third. That's very good bowling. Cut back from off to leg, and there goes Andy Bickle. Game on.
Well, there's one of the four. Kept just a little bit low. It's got about 3 parts of the way up the stumps, but it was a good, very good cherry. And Gurkha has knocked over Bickle. Now then, 7 for 184, Bickle for 1.
You would think that Kumble will really come into play in this final hour's play with his top spinners. Good support from Gurkha. And here's the end. And this is in the air, and that's out. That's a big wicket. He's got 4. Kadich is gone. Magnificent effort by this young fast bowler on the Adelaide Oval. His best bowling figures, and what a joyful moment for him and India. Australia on the ropes at 8 for 188. Good bouncer, high on the bat, top edge. Tried to take it from off stump down to fine leg, and well caught. It's 8 for 188. New batsman is Brad Williams. He's at the non-striker's end. He crossed when Kadich went for that hook shot. Naira took the catch. He was out for 31. Williams got a job to do here. And Gillespie scored runs there in the first innings. That's why I can't understand why there's not another sweep for him. He does work the ball well off the back foot. Just angles the bat. There's 2 men out for the hook shot for Gillespie. Well, I think that's wasted. Get a slip in. It's too easy.
When that ball that was miscued by Simon Kadich was going in the air, the 2 people that would have been most worried when they saw Ashish Naira going for it would be Ganguly and the bowler.
Gone, that's out. Yes, he's got 5. A very good bowling performance. Ajit Gurkha, first time he's got 5 wickets in a test match, and they're well earned. All good wickets, excellent bowling.
9 for 192 now. Oh, a big, well, it wasn't quite an edge. It was almost off the middle of the bat. He was just trying to guide it down through the slip area. 5 for Gurkha. And now the last wicket pair in for Australia. 9 for 192.
Gillespie goes for 3.
And that one's hit. So a terrific game for Gurkha. He really is a very competitive quickie. He's not the biggest bloke around, but he's got a big heart and he competes. And he's really given India a chance in this game.
We talked about on day 4 and 5 the spinners coming into their own, but also a bit more up and down bounce, a bit more swing. He's relied on some excellent bowling. Little inside edge from Stuart McGill. 6 for 41. All started with Rahul Dravid hanging in there today, and he's 233. But Ajit Agarkar, Anil Kumble, Sachin Tendulkar, all their bowlers have contributed. Well, Brad Williams, that's what they need to do. 230 to win off a minimum of 100 overs. Brad Williams, you never know, just might. He batted, he might be still a chance. You just never know. Errol Alcott would have been walking with him quickly. We'll take a break. See you in a minute.
Indian batsman coming out for a 230-run chase. Big shout there, but it looked like it was going down leg side.
That's the way he's trying to attack those stumps. Just decked back a little bit too far, going down.
Well, that's the way Sehwag plays. That's reduced the target by 4 in a big hurry.
Well, he's a good sign for Jason Gillespie.
Nicely struck. That'll be another boundary. India none for 8.
Well, that's on target, and again over the top. Through the field again. That time it's McGill who's going to have to fall in behind it. 7 runs off the over. Good one for India. No wicket for 19. And a slip. So those are the only 2 attacking fieldsmen. McGill is going to start around the wicket right away, which is interesting. Well, that's a dreadful delivery first up. It's a full toss and it's whacked away down towards the boundary at square leg. 4 runs. Oh, he's hit that well too. That'll be 4. Yeah, Chopra deciding with all the fieldsmen around the bat that the thing to do is to hit the ball through them, and he hit it perfectly. You see the Indians now, having got off to a good start, have created a situation where they only need 193 runs to win. No wicket for 37, and they've got a lot of batting there. One thing is for sure, we're in for a good day tomorrow, and there is another stone-cold certainty. Australian bowlers don't like getting cleaned up, and there will be a fight on here tomorrow. There can be no doubt about that. To create some problems as well. So we're in for a great day tomorrow. India no wicket for 37. They need 193 to win. Don't miss tomorrow's cricket.
Indian batsmen are making their way out to the centre of the Adelaide Oval, the Australians. And to go 1 up in the series without a problem, 2.14. All is set for a big final day. Virendra Sehwag on 25. Time now to go to our commentators as we see Sehwag's partner, Akash Chopra. He's on 10 not out and in the commentary position to kick us off on day 5. Bill Laurie, and with him, Mark Taylor.
Thought the Australians ran in and bowled well enough, but didn't really look like getting one of these 2 Indian batsmen out. So they need to bowl better this morning and need to start well.
Well, it's a well-spread field, just the one slip and a go in. I must be the odd man out. I still think Australia got a real good chance of winning this Test match.
And one of them has gone on to lose, so there's been a result in the game.
Oh, big shout. I think it was inside edge. He's given in. Long, long time. Big wicket. Gillespie strikes. It's 1 for 48. Well bowled. Good line, good length. And by Rudy Kirsten. Took a long time. Had a good walk. Up went the finger. The big breakthrough. 1 for 48.
Chopra didn't look happy. The line looked pretty good to me. It's just whether he hit it or not. It's in towards the stumps. It's hit him in line. Now, is there an edge? That's the only question. I think the line's fine. I think it's definitely going on to hit the stumps. Yes, middle stump, in fact. But just Chopra's reaction suggested that he wasn't overly happy with the decision. He's got to go. He's out to Gillespie, and he's got the breakthrough. India lose their first wicket at 48.
Rahul Dravid, who made that magnificent 233, comes to the crease. This time yesterday was 199 not out. All of a sudden he's playing for a big win here at the Adelaide Oval. Gillespie is spot on that last delivery. Chopra looked disappointed with the decision.
That's not the place to bowl to him. He loves the cut shot. That's a bad ball from Bickle there, short outside off stump, and it was thrashed away to the short boundary. 4 valuable runs.
But he's one of those players who puts the bowler under pressure. In an intense situation like this, you know as a bowler, you make a mistake against this guy and he will hit you for 4. It's a good look at the unusual grip.
Now, Bickle normally does swing it out. There's no reason to believe that he should be any different to Border-Gavaskar. Brad Williams. Well, that's a good shot. He reached for that one. Dravid's played that shot well all match. It'll go for 4. Yet another cover drive from Rahul Dravid.
And there aren't too many players in the world who take that big a stride to a quick bowler. Amazing. It's the sort of stride you'd see against a spinner if you were reaching out to cover drive to get right to the pitch of the ball. Gives you an idea of the sort of touch he's in. Good the balance too.
Oh, and he's dropped him. He's dropped him. Oh, did it pop up? I don't think so. I think he dropped it. It went down, and it did pop up in the direction of Hayden, but I think that was after it hit the ground. Well, that's the sort of opportunity that's just got to be taken. An outside edge, away she goes. A big deflection was going down. He looked as if it was going the wrong way. Down it goes. And oh boy, that could be very, very costly. Rahul Dravid dropped.
Looked to me as if it surprised Adam Gilchrist. He had to go back down to the ball. Oh.
He's gone over the top on this occasion very successfully.
Very difficult to hit a 6 straight down the ground here at the Adelaide Oval. They have made it easier by bringing in the boundaries a bit. That was a fine shot.
Oh, stumped. That was a wild shot from Sehwag and really wasn't required. So India will be very disappointed with the opener.
He was on 47 and the gap was invitingly left open down the ground again. Well, McGill might almost have seen him coming. But certainly the ball spun a lot. It was pitched about a metre outside leg stump and it just missed off stump.
Virender Sehwag has committed suicide, cricketing suicide at least, and Sachin Tendulkar at the crease. He's beaten the man at short fine leg, and that'll be a 4 to get off the mark.
Tendulkar's had plenty of practice at this. England tend to bowl at him with the left-arm spinner Ashley Giles. Left arm over the wicket into the rough stuff outside his leg stump. He's perfected that type of sweep, the ball that's well outside, sweeps it as fine as it's possible to get.
Oh, glorious. Great batsman finding his touch. It's running down the hill. They look to run for here. It doesn't make the rope. Yes, that's well run. 8 off the over brings up the 100 for 2. 2 for 103. This time he finds a gap. Beautifully played. Waited a fraction longer. Down the hill, it's a long chase. And then we get 3.
Dravid learning from the one before. He played a half volley straight to the fielder. This time not so. Straight through the gap. Excellent work to keep it to 3.
Well bowled again.
Simon.
Man, early stage of his career as not really a regular bowler, Kadich. He's handy. Fits that nicely.
He has. There's no protection to the left of screen at backward point, and they don't mind him trying late cuts if it's going to spin back.
4 from the over, 2 for 107. Stephen Waugh, who bowls well here on the final day because of his low arm action and experience. He bowled the odd off cutter and bouncer. He'll try and force them back.
If they're 4 for 177 at tee, we've still got a game on, haven't we?
There's the red glance, but just the single.
That's over.
So
Time.
lunch, India are 2 for 108.
But I think it's been high-quality cricket right from the word go. 556 in the first innings, and Australia are on the ropes, day 5.
Chopper out for 20. Sehwag 47. 2 batsmen not out on 17. Extras of 7. It's 2 for 108.
Well, this is the scene here at the Adelaide Oval. The players, the Australian team, just coming out onto the ground now, and they're followed by the Indian batsmen. 2 for 108. India need 122 runs to win. It's a very warm day here in Adelaide, and we have a real battle taking place out in the centre. Just a few problems for the Australians. The major one of which is the fact that Jason Gillespie
obviously feel as though they can get more turn from out of the rough there.
That's a good start for Dravid, reaching down the pitch to that one, despite the fact that the ball's spinning across him. Tendulkar coming back for the third there. Dravid, in fact, was running to the danger end, so 3 for 3. That's a good start for the Indians. That's a shot he doesn't mind having a go at. He just slips down that far end, Tendulkar, but back for the second. So 2 more to the total. A little bit of bat on that one, playing it nice and fine.
Yes, he got in a bit of a tangle as he made the turn. Running on the on-side of the pitch, he had to get past McGill and almost did a tumble turn.
Spell just to see if he can and that's been put down. I think that it was hit at him like a rocket. Ponting in position there, the sort of catch that well, we've seen Ponting take some great catches, reflex catches close. That was pulled very hard at him and he dropped it.
Well, it appeared to be part of a plan, have him in there for the pull shot. Dravid plays it pretty well, but you've got to get it to ground quickly to get it in front of Ponting.
Well, that's off the edge. I think he was opening the face a little bit. His intention was to get it away square, but it went flying away into that vacant area at slip.
Too many forces deployed.
Well, that's well played, and unfortunately from Australia's point of view, it's beaten mid-off. I think it'll probably end up going all the way. Will it? Yes, just made the boundary. That's a lovely straight drive.
Well, India's next target will be 131. That gets the deficit down below 100. He struck that pretty well. Looked like he mightn't have timed it to perfection, but it had enough on it to get to the rope. So they're getting close to the next milestone.
And he's put that one away. Decidedly better. Got himself back nicely there, and he's hit it for 4 to mid-wicket. He hit that one with a lot more authority.
Yes, he played that beautifully. It's a very handy shot on this pitch because Steve Waugh can't afford to have the man out. He's needing wickets, so he's got to leave.
Right, so 100 to win for India with 8 wickets in hand. The runs, if they don't get wickets, are going to come anyhow.
The famous quote of Richie Benaud at Old Trafford in 1961.
The truth of the matter is still plenty of batting. And we're going to see Brad Williams again. Oh, he's hit that one like a rocket. It's gone down and running away to the boundary. They've played this shot pretty well, and the Indians are celebrating. Well, the Indians are coming into the ground. I can tell you they're coming in. They've heard the news that things are looking good here at the Adelaide Oval.
He's got that away. And that will be 4. So 87 becomes 83 to win. Good afternoon, Richie.
Fine shot. Not all that bad a ball, but a fine shot. We're just talking about the pitch here prepared by Les Burdett.
That one wasn't out of the middle, but it's more runs. This one may just pull up inside the fence. The last time India won a test match here in Australia was at the MCG back in 1981. In that game, Australia chased 143 for victory and were bowled out for 83 in the second innings. And I wonder if there's time left for one more roll of the dice for Steve Waugh to try his left arm wrist spinner. That's close, very close, and a nod from Rudy Kurtzen. That's exactly what Steve Waugh and the Australians needed. A misjudgment from Tendulkar. McGill has got his second wicket, and Australia was sensed they're back in the game.
That's a well-concealed straight one. He doesn't bowl too many of them, Stuart McGill. He bowls the occasional wrong un. He bowls the top spinner, and he's a big spinner of the ball from the leg. That's just gone a fraction, but it was meant to be the top spinner, and it was going to hit middle and off 3 parts of the way up. 37 to Tendulkar, LBW to McGill. It's 3 for 149.
Sourav Ganguly, the captain, who was run out in bizarre circumstances with Rahul Dravid in the first innings. Run out for 2 in the innings. Comes out to bat 81 to win.
Oh. Oh, man.
Full pitch. That goes away for 4 as it should. Seen very few loose balls from McGill today. It's very trying conditions. His control's been excellent. Well, Steve will, I think we'll have to introduce Kadich shortly, just to gamble. That's a rank full toss, really. You couldn't miss that. Put that away blindfolded. It was there to be put away. Got him! Yes, what a very good catch. That's a very good catch by Kadich in the gully. Ganguly's gone, and now game on. Anybody's match.
And it's that man Bickle again, this extraordinary knack he has to pick up a wicket from nowhere. Just as the side seems settled against him, there's a hint of reverse swing, just enough to encourage Ganguly to go away from the body a bit. And Simon Kadich, such a professional cricketer, never misses a moment. Simon Kadich is a great concentrator. That's a huge moment for Australia. Look at the celebrations. Bickle took off as he jumped the stumps. Arab's gone, 12. Now, 4 for 170, India.
New batsman is VVS Laxman, who played superbly at the Gabba and here for 148. This is a big wicket. Drew the shot, opened the face of the bat. Very good catch by Simon Kadich, diving forward. Caught it as clean as a whistle. Captain's gone for 12 and it's 4 for 170.
Not quite convincing.
Oh, on the ground, it gets past the keeper. They pick up a single. The ball just staying down a fraction. Laxman going back and across.
And it'll be very hard for a new batsman. It's not easy for Dravid, who's been in for 3 hours, but for someone new to the wicket, with the uneven bounce, the intensity of the whole thing.
57 to win for India, 6 wickets in hand. Bad ball through the gap. That's a good start from a man just coming to the crease. Valuable runs.
Well, he was given the chance after a couple of beautifully flighted deliveries from McGill. That drew Laxman away from himself. I was quite surprised to see him try to get it in flatter and quicker. They didn't miss often, VVS Laxman. I think most of Australia knows that.
This time he's through, moved a glorious stroke. Tendulkar couldn't do that. He was struggling to get the full toss away. The first one to VVS Laxman, straight to the fence. Superb stroke.
Less than 50 to win the game.
Bad ball. It's put away for 4. Brackens the fielder. Doesn't get it. Big over for India. A very big over. Over bowled 4 for 185.
That's beautifully timed by Rahul Dravid. 50, what a match he's had. Double, a 50 and 2 terrific catches. Kadich now from the Cathedral end. It's gone in the air, but he's picked the gap again. He doesn't miss too often.
200 comes up with that 4. The Australians thought for a moment. He's hit it in the air to the man. But to see Laxman hit one to a man has been a rarity in Adelaide. VVS Laxman's come in and hit them all around the park. Kadich is bowling to him. He's out to a full toss again, and he's found a gap past the diving Ponting and into the boundary again. And amazingly, the 4s they're hitting in the last 3 or 4 overs are all going to that area of the ground, right where the Indian crowd is.
Oh, that's beautifully put away. He is weary, Stuart McGill. Well, I think a few of us have been saying for quite a while now, Ian, that the big test for Australia was not going to be when the War twins called it a day, but when McGrath and Warne finished. And we've had no McGrath, no Warne in this series. And I think we're starting to see that those words were quite right. That's well run by VVS Laxman. So India 4 for 217. And they need just 13 now for victory. Partnership of 47 from 58 balls. And VVS Laxman has made a terrific contribution in that partnership. 30 he's hit with 6 4s. And he came in just at the right moment with those boundaries. And then I guess the other thing you've got to throw in is the self-belief that will come from this victory. They've probably got plenty of self-belief when it comes to winning in their own country, but now having won the first victory gained in this series in Australia, that will do a lot for their self-belief.
Get at least 1 for that. That's all they'll get for that. Yes, none for 66. Things were going well for India. They're chasing 56, mind you. Laxman 32 from 33 balls faced. It's in the air. He's got him. Well, he's gone for it. Laxman, as soon as I give him a rap, he plays a rash stroke and holes out to mid-wicket. 9 to get. Australia need 5 wickets.
Well, the glory got to him. He was going to go for the big heave over mid-wicket and hit it straight to Andrew Bickle. So Simon Kadich has given Australia one last hope. It's 5 for 221.
Here's the new batsman. This will be interesting to see what the Australians do here. Made 30 odd in the first innings, played well, but he's not a noted, should I say, stroke maker. And put some pressure on the young left-handed keeper. Oh, he's got the gap this time. I'm not sure he's got all of it. McGill's after it. And get at least 3, and actually they'll settle for 3. Oh, he's got him around his legs. Well, he's had a go, and he's lost his leg stump. And Simon Kadich picks up his 2nd wicket, and Patel not only misses out on the chance to hit the winning runs, he also loses his wicket.
Wasn't pitched that far outside leg, and it's come off his arm onto the stumps. Just didn't cover the stumps at all with the body. So India 6 for 229.
Tendulkar comes out to bat. He was the hero yesterday for India. Probably won't face a ball, to be totally honest. He's at the non-strikers end. Partiv Patel's wicket fell from the last ball of Kadich's over. He was bowled for 3. And India just need 1 run to win this test match and take a 1-0 series lead. Another short one, it's through this time, and that will do it. And fittingly, the winning runs hit by Rahul Dravid. Dravid and Ganguly can't wait to get on the ground. What a wonderful moment for Indian cricket. Have not won a test match in Australia since 1981. 22 years later, they take a 1-0 lead in this test series with 2 test matches to go.
What a game for Rahul Dravid. More than 300 runs in the match. And he hits the winning runs. Plus, we shouldn't forget those 2 catches he took, because they were very important, particularly the Martyn one. He was so happy a couple of days ago when he got his first test 100 in Australia. Shivlal Yadav, he was there in 81 as a player when they won the last one in Australia. And now he's here as manager when they win. And the important thing is, it's a win to take a lead in the series.
Great to see the Australians walking straight up to both Tendulkar and Rahul Dravid. The Gurkha 6 wickets yesterday really gave India the chance to win the match. His best bowling figures before this series started. And now they are 1-0 up with 2 to play. And a draw or a win in the next 2 test matches, and they hang on to the Border-Gavaskar Trophy.
Well, the Australians, they can be proud of the way they fought it out. They fought right to the bitter end. Well, Tony Greig is down there with the Australian captain.
Yes, I certainly am, Steve. Obviously a huge moment this for the Indians. They deserve to win this match.
Yeah, they played well, though, certainly. After we got 5-6 in the first year, that's a great performance to win a game from there.
It certainly is. Your last match on this ground, obviously you'll go away from this place with wonderful memories.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's one of the best grounds in the world. It's one of my favourite grounds, and a lot of good memories here. And even today, it was a great game. You don't mind losing to a side that plays that well to beat you.
Rahul Dravid had an absolutely wonderful game, didn't he? It's not easy to bat in these conditions.
Amazing performance, concentration, outstanding, and such a straight bat, very hard to get past.
Wasn't easy for you guys either. Jason Gillespie, is he okay? How about he?
I'm not really sure. He's got a bit of a niggle in his groin, and Brad Williams I thought was fantastic, came back after that injury in the first innings, so he showed a lot of courage to get out there and bowl today.
Yes, that's what you're looking for, aren't you? When the chips are down a little bit, it's good to see that. What about the next Test match now? Obviously, you said yourself, look, you don't want to lose this one because it'll be tough from there. It's going to be a battle now.
Oh, it is, but we saw the way India came back in the last series after we won the first Test. They won the next 2, so it's certainly possible to do.
Well, look, you've had a wonderful time. I think 5 years of being captain now. Only 2 losses in Australia.
Yeah, well, let's hope that's all there's going to be. I mean, still 2 test matches to go. It's going to be a great series. Outstanding cricket here, and we had great support from the crowd as always here.
Right, well, on behalf of everyone in Adelaide, thank you for your contribution here. Hope you've had a great time, and good luck in Melbourne.
Yeah, thanks, Tony.
Right, there we are. Steve Waugh.
And thank you, Tony. And thank you to Steve Waugh for giving up his time. Very gracious he was in defeat. He's been on the right side of the ledger many times. Unfortunately, from an Australian point of view, not today, but they played well, the Australians, particularly with the bat in the first innings.
India, who were the victors, and Rahul Dravid, an amazing performance from him. 72 not out in the second innings following a double century. Tendulkar was out there at the end, which is fitting because he was the man who gave India the chance with those 6 wickets. VVS Laxman, well, that was an incredible partnership in the first innings, 303 when you thought that India were dead and buried at 4 for 85. An incredible fight back by India to win this Test match.
This has been another presentation of Nine's Wide World of Sports.